pass. Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third down, Cutler. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's Cutler. He's going to look deep down the... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased.
36.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the rookie from Boston College, John Johnson. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Last year, Gurley, 74% of LA's carries. That's the highest percentage in the league.
But no real payoff because they finished 31st in the league in rushing. I think as a team, they ran for 78 yards per game. They had a 1,000-yard receiver in Kenny Britt out wide, but they really didn't scare people downfield. And because of that, they stacked the line of scrimmage and stuffed the run game. I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
This is complete to Watkins on a slant. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Cutler. He's got Watkins on the out route. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
Offense.
This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense pretty good about themselves gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Oh, look at that. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of... But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
They go to Elliott again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Connor Barwin. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise...
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Dayton Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fake in situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one good for 12 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw is Prescott. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And my goodness, another interception. It's the rookie from Boston College, John Johnson. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Brockers in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second down, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Prescott down. And now here's another interception. Picked off right around the 43. this game. He's having now 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Checking in on Houston, it's in the 4th quarter there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Marcus Mariota, 2 touchdown passes in the W. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperate, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47, and that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing